Hello everyone, how you doing? Hope you're having a great day so far. Welcome to another video. This is a Demoscene report for the 4th of September 2024. If you're new to the format, I usually summarize all of the news that have been happening on the Demoscene, talk a little bit about every single one of them, and have all the links available on the description below so you can check things at your own leisure. We skipped a week last year because I was on family holidays, so now we're going to try to cover 2 weeks of activity, and summer is quite packed with things happening in the Demoscene, so we have quite a few things to talk about. We're gonna leave some of the Demoparties coverage for next week's episode. So this week will be more focused on Jumalauta 24 years and Chaos Constructions, and then next week we'll try to cover Xenium, Aqua, and releases from Silly Venture which have not quite come out officially yet. So without further ado, let's get into it. And the first thing that I wanted to show you today is the after party page from Evoke that took place a couple of weeks ago. Had a lot of cool releases. We already talked about it on the previous episode. And there is an after party page where you can have links to all of the things, some photos that we're taking, links to the live sets of the things that happened, a party report written by Bala Koala, and one thing that is missing from there is links to the seminars. Evoke had quite a few interesting seminars this year again, as they always usually do. This one in particular is about inclusion in the Demoscene. Then there was a beginner's guide to Picotron by Krystman, preparing your 3D models for real-time use by Psychon, and procedural geometry on the GPU by Mr. Vux. So quite a few interesting seminars that happened at Evoke. There was also the Bytewall that happened there, a little corner where you had a machine with a TIC-80 ready to rock and roll, and people could just code effect there and leave it playing on the big screen, which was an interesting concept the first time that it was really set up, and a lot of people participated on it. Some people even participated remotely, so a nice little way to get started into demo coding and share stuff with the rest of the community at the party place. Talking about things that were released at livecodemozoo.org, we had the Monday night Bytes for 26th of August also being released. They had a 4-way party happening a couple of days ago, and you can see the results here available as well. Everything free for download as usual for you to check the source if you're interested in getting started with TIC-80 coding. More news, there were some art prints now made available by Luna Sorcery. You might remember her from doing a lot of executable graphics, 4KB executable graphics entries throughout the years. She always had the idea to make prints available for them. She finally set up a store, and you can buy them now if you like some of her works and would like to have them in high quality prints. Go to the store and order some. More things that were available. I talked about this Zzap live event on the previous video that I did and wondered if the recordings of the talks would be available. They are. There's a playlist here. Thank you, Luna, for providing me with the list. She found it for me and sent me a link. What else? This very cool video also was released. It's not really Demoscene, but it's very interesting. It's a lecture by this Navy General Grace Hopper at the later years of her life, and I wish I had her wits when I came to her age. And she went through the 80s period where they were setting up the Navy with personal computers. So she went through all of that revolution, the beginnings of the internet, and how to adapt a large corporation to the future of computing. And she has a lot of interesting points here and a very witty humor, which is really fun to watch. A very cool lecture that I recommend you watching. I had a lot of fun watching it and reminiscing how far we evolved in 40 years in terms of computing and how recent everything sort of is that we somehow take for granted nowadays. So yeah, very cool. I highly recommend you checking it out. Back to Demoscene stuff. There was a very small meetup in Sweden, just 3 tracks released made for the Amiga. Then we had a big meetup of the Finnish folks of Jumalauta, celebrating the 24 years of existence of the demo group. A lot of interesting, funny and silly competitions. Let's quickly take an overview of them and focus only on the best ones. AI Wild can do anything you want with AI. Some people recolored some old Demoscene releases. Others just did horses with 5 legs. Some more experimental stuff. Chiptune by NR4 getting second place. And the winner was Tech and Arts video with some people dancing and converting to some different effects. Then we had the dance music competition, which was won by Kesakisa Kvarteti. Then we had the demo competition, the highlight of the demo party. A lot of Farian makers here. For those who know what Farian maker is, Farian is a type of demo that features this boat, and they made a special tool for you to be able to more easily make these kind of demos because we need more of them. And I especially like this one because it's really pushing the limits on what can be tolerable with Farian maker, making sure that music is really horrible and minimalistic and low effort. So it's really pushing the boundaries of what you can do with the engine, and it got a very deserving 18th place. 17th place, A4 by Magnemistin Tiotenko Konekerho. I always get the name wrong. Demo about ducks, 4-hole ducks. A more TIC-80 approach to Magnemistin Tiotenko. More Finland's Farian demo, but this time with a portable wood truck thing. Jumalauta classics being revisited as well, a remastered version. You can tell by the screenshot that it's very high quality now. Invitation to Demo Hasekae by Jumalauta. I have no clue what this is. I guess it's an event of some sort. And this looks like TIC-80, so it's wrongly assigned there, but it is what it is. Operit Loyana by Jumalauta as well, karaoke demo. Then Hitolito taking full abuse of AI modern technology and doing a rock for metal version and tool. You can make your own rock for metal demo now if you want, putting some AI graphics in it and some AI music in it, and you're ready to watch the worst demo ever of rock and metal. So is your demo ready yet by Mejo, talking about the creative process of making a demo or the difficulties thereof. Finspired by Team 210, a 4K intro, had some bugs on my computer but seemed interesting enough. Want to see the final version or the YouTube capture of it. Search and Rescue, TIC-80 demo of about Farians, of course, this would not be a Jumalauta party. Empires in Motion by Jumalauta. Actually, one of the most interesting entries on the compo. I like the experimental nature of it. Some censoring ships, some typography on it. So it was actually interesting for the Mac OS, using the Mac OS system. Procrastination by Jumalauta, noise demo by Nosfe and Rimina. All Stars by Jumalauta and Tios, a TIC-80 little demo. Technical demonstration of Macaron Engine 2. I did not see this one, but I think he has macaroni in it. Innocent Fruits and Vegetables demo. It's as bad as you can imagine. And then Is It Too Late by Vurpo. Vurpo makes, after 1 year of demo making, he tries to make a more serious demo out of it. And it was an okay-ish demo. It ended up winning the competition. So congratulations for your effort, Vurpo. More things. Fast graphics competition where you were given a theme and you had to draw something at the party place. Very bad. I think the theme was about resolution or strange resolution. Not very high quality compo overall. Won by No More by Felor. Fast music compo was won by Great Success by Jumalauta, someone from Jumalauta. Graphics competition, also not that many entries. Magnetismin Tiotokonekerho getting last place. Then the teapot with some chameleon tree. Galactic Tea Dream Space. Purple Feather by Felor, the more traditional entry of the compo. Jumalauta Auta Julat V1954 by Vurpo, getting second place, and won by Mop of Alcatraz with Fury Baltard. Then there was a compo dedicated to memories of Jumalauta, a lot of photos and videos and AI nonsense. So If you understand Jumalauta culture, you will probably get more out of it. The listening music compo was won by Watch, by Meditaiti, and then the photo competition also had some interesting entries. Taking a bit to open. License plate from Jumalauta there. A cube. Invitation to instancy, some cats, some people waiting, seagulls, and this is taken by the people behind the bread emoji. So this correlates to their previous demo where the seagulls were eating the breads. Bzz, little B. Nice little use of that mirror optical illusion thing. So you can see reflections of the reflections on things. So nice little photo here by Astu. RTX Lisco by MOT with some bubbles. 80K Loya reference here with second place. And in first place, No Face in the Void by Bonnie of Elobit. I have no clue how this was made. I guess it's tissue of some sort. Interesting, it looks more CG than photo, but yeah, cool, congratulations. What else? We had Turtle graphics using the Turtle interface for the browser that exists. You can code the stuff and see the result immediately. So it's live coding environment for using Turtle graphics, and they have a specific competition for it at Jumalauta Party. This is the fourth place by Magnetismin Tietokonekerho, almost said it right properly. Then an Amiga ball, because it's important to have Amiga ball in all things. Some Baby Shark reference in Koisaku first place, and then the same winner is also a truck plowing the fields. So, yep. Last and not least, the wild demo competition with some very horrible games. Farian Clicker, see how long you can last before wanting to kill someone by clicking on Farians. Burn Seconds by Nosfe, nice noise video here. Pala Rikapala, burning some art. I think it's making a reference to Nosfe's cult of burning his artworks that are not getting sold. Some bloopers from some previous videos. ATC Experience Point by Puputsi. It was a live performance, have no clue what it is. Scream Tracker 4.0, the Scream Tracker version you were all waiting for. It's making reference to Scream Tracker 3, which was a very popular tracker from the MS-DOS days. This one is not a proper tracker. You just hit a key and some people will scream while you hold the key until you let go of the key. Yeah, and that's pretty much the whole game. So it's a joke sort of game with aesthetics from Scream Tracker. Then we had the release of another revolutionary demo tool in the Demoscene, the Penis to the third power, the follow-up to Penis 2 and Penis 1, which was used for many Jumalauta demos throughout the years. This one already had some use. Auto 2000 was released, I think a month ago or something. Already showing the potential of the tool, and now the tool is freely available for anyone to use. So if you want to make some kick-ass demos in Jumalauta style, make sure you check Penis to the power of 3 and make your kick-ass demos now. And the winner of the wild competition was a hack to a Yamaha organ, that whatever keys you hit, it will always play the Farian tune properly. And it not only has an exemplification of how you play it, but it also shows the inside of the organ and how they hacked it to play the Farian tune properly. So a nice little video if you like to do some hacking trickery stuff. Or if you love Farians and want to have your organ always playing Farian tune regardless of what you do, which is normal. A lot of people tend to want to have that on their organs. And that's it for Jumalauta 24 years. Just a quick recap on all the entries from the party. Let's take a look at Chaos Constructions 2024 that happened on the same weekend in St. Petersburg, Russia. They had a lot of interesting competitions, not very traditional to the usual demo scene from the main European parties. So let's take a look first at the 1 kilobyte procedural graphics. Usually procedural graphics are 4 kilobytes on Western parties. They have the 1 kilobyte and they also accept old school machines, which is interesting mix of things. First, we had this disqualified entry for the TIC-80, entry for the Commodore 64, actually only 256 bytes. Sony PlayStation, which is always interesting to see more things for the Sony PlayStation. Reptile 1K for the ZX Spectrum, nice little take on that reptile tiling mechanism or algorithm. Face by Frog of Realm of Illusion for the Vectrex. And second place for Tionon by the Art of Phenomen, which, if I'm not mistaken, has won one of these competitions in the past. And the winner was RTZX by RCL of Virtual Vision Group, doing a ray tracer for the ZX Spectrum in 1 kilobytes. So really cool. Then I had the AI graphics competition, not that interesting. This one is very artistic-like or vintage. Some conversion graphics as well, which is more interesting to see, like the power of what you can do with some aliasing applied to 8-bit machines or limited palettes, in this case the Amiga. Similar thing, but more traditional aliasing trickery here by Error of Airsoft that won the competition. AI music was won by this Cyrillic name that I cannot pronounce. Chiptune music was won by Kuvu. Actually, both two places were won by Kuvu with Memory Strip and Touching the Dew. Dance music competition, Shaok by Rhythm. With second place to Philip from Poland, who also participated at Xenium recently, so he's getting a lot of tracks being played. And then there was the game competition, only 4 entries, but all of them were quite okay, very solid overall. This little adventure game, clicking game, some people call it a visual novel. I don't think it really is a visual novel. The graphics were all right on it, a bit simplistic, but it got the mood right and they were pretty coherent, so very interesting game. Fortunately, it's all in Russian, so I really can't play it. Load Runner by Mighty Sleep, remake of the Load Runner for the ZX Spectrum, it says here. I don't think it's the proper ZX Spectrum. I think it's like ZX Evolution, so ZX Enhanced. I think the tag is wrong on Demoscene. Then we had this game for the Apogee B01C, I think, which is an 8-bit machine, mostly in Russia, as far as I know. It's a bit better than the ZX Spectrum and a bit worse than the Amiga. So in a soft place in there. The game seemed pretty solid overall. And then we had a game for the Electronica BK0010, which is a very limited machine. They did this Wolfenstein sort of clone of some sort. Hand-drawn graphics, only 1 entry by Sophie Guru, so automatic winner. High-end demo had some interesting entries as well. The person who did this had already made a similar demo with Farian Maker for another party previously, remixing, doing this experimental version of the invitation of the demo for Multimatograph, I believe. And now they went back to the tool and they are using the tool wrong because they're trying to make something that is actually interesting and relevant. That's not the purpose of Farian Maker. Farian Maker was to make something quick and dirty and very horrible to witness. So I think you are using the tool wrong, but in the demo scene perspective is interesting. They are trying to push the tool to the limits. In this case, they took a music that was played live in 1999, I believe, which is the music from Titanic, My Heart Will Go On, but with a lot of drunk singers singing it and theming it about Chaos Constructions, that Chaos Constructions will go on. They had a lot of images of Chaos Constructions throughout the year, so it's like an homage to Chaos Constructions throughout the years. And you can see Random there driving the limo, which is one of the main organizers of the party. So they actually were using the tool in the right way, making something constructive, something interesting, something relevant, something that you can empathize with, relate with. So you think you're using the tool wrong, but kudos for trying. It was actually a watchable Finland's Farian demo. Although we did not play the theme song from Farjan, so I guess technically it's not considered a Finland's Farjan, but sometimes you have that in the remix culture of the demo scene. Anyways, moving on. Second place, Take by Demolition Studios, made with Tool.io, demo tool popularized by Pixar, developed by Pixar and the rest of the Still group people. Simple little demo, but does its job. It has some interesting use of some of the effects that we had already seen previously used with the tool. And the winner was WoW by Error of Eversoft. A simple 1K intro for the browser, but has this very good looking fractals, which really impressed a lot of people. So yeah, congratulations Error from Eversoft for winning the high-end demo competition, Chaos Construction, which was mixed with the intro competition as well, I would assume. Invitation compo is just ranking the best invitations that were released for the party throughout the previous year. It was won by Best Things by Ivan Galactica. Listening music was won by Speer with the track Endless Life. Old school 256 byte intro was also pretty good quality. Eye Cancer by Goblinish getting 6th place for the Spectrum. Another entry for the Spectrum gift for Dr. Max, just a single image in 256 bytes. Some more dynamic image was the CC 2024 by GNB. Had a bit of a game of life aesthetic to it. Then a more conceptual drawing by Metamorpho with this sunset view for the Vector 06C. Tutiki Hast by Uris really surprised me. Really good use of the chip. It has this shadow of a horse, but the sound really connects well with it because it really sounds like the clumping of the horse. So really good intro, really well made. Well done, Uris. And I was very curious, like, if this got second place, what the hell got first place? Also by Uris, more complex piece. It has a generator of houses, pretty much, with different colors, different settings, different windows. So very clever to make this all fit into 256 byte. It has a lot of dynamic elements on it. So very well done. Congratulations, Uris. Really impressed with development by Uris. I think he usually mostly just did graphics before. That's how I remember him. And now he's doing some size coding stuff that's really high quality. So good entries here. Old School Demo Competition also had some interesting stuff. 600 seconds for the ZX Spectrum, then a Vectrex entry in a 1 kilobyte. We already saw it at Procedural Graphics as well. My Three Best Friends by Nuke, exploring AI-generated content, AI-generated video, AI-generated graphics, AI-generated music. Everything converted for the ZX Spectrum and trying to make a demo out of it. The demo is not that bad, but it's not really good either. It's just weird. So, yeah, interesting to see what you can do with AI in 2024 for ZX Spectrum. But I think people can make better demos than this, even using AI technologies. Two things by Shy for the Commodore 64, just a couple of effects and a couple of video renderings. A Flashka by Outsiders with a funny short little demo here. Just a couple of effects, but really solid. Then we had Unplugged by Stardust, which had this interesting storyline, different perspectives, good graphics, good execution. So nice little concept demo here as well. And the winner, I think, was a very worthy winner as well. Cross-platform Incident by Seep Crew. Very colorful, very dynamic. Music was really very interesting. Didn't really sound like a ZX Spectrum. Had this very good momentum shifts on it. So very solid demo overall. A bit short, but very cool to see nonetheless. Old School Graphics Competition, not many entries. Some stuff for the Electronica BK, some stuff for the Spectrum, some stuff for the Commodore 64, more Electronica BK, and the winner was a lot of vegetables for the ZX Spectrum, with this more organic sort of look to it. Old school text mode graphics, some stuff for the MS-DOS, some stuff for the Commodore 64, more MS-DOS, some ZX Spectrum. This is not very common to see ZX Spectrum text art, and the winner was Vinny by Shuran33 for the Commodore 64 using Petsky. Pixel art graphics, Stick to Tesla by Amitak using the Evoke color scheme. I guess he had too many entries for Evoke, so he submitted the leftover to Chaos Constructions. It looks more like a conversion because it's so high resolution. So not really very impressive to me, but nice rendering of Tesla, I guess. And then the winner was Evil from Underground by Eno Art Studio for the Electronica BK, which looks really, really good for the resolution limitations that the Electronica BK has. Real-time Agat 7 coding. They had what they call real-time in Russian parties refers to fast compos that we have on the Western parties. So you have like 24 hours to do something. So in this case, they were trying to code for the Agat 7, which is this specific machine from Russia that I never seen or used. A type of Apple II, according to Demoscene, the person who submitted this to Demoscene. So I guess it's a clone from Apple II, but made in Russia. They call it the Agat 7. Anyways, if you like the Agat 7, this might be interesting. For me, it's really not that much. They also had a graphics competition in the same vein for the Agat 7 as well. So I guess they were exploring the Agat 7 in a way. They don't even have a way to do proper screenshots there. They have to take a photo of the screen. So it's good that they're like defining the concept of the party to use the fast compos to explore an old machine that is not being very well explored for demo making activities. I think that's a very good idea, and I wish other parties would do something similar as well. So people would come prepared to do something for a machine that no one really has ever used that well. Real-time graphics, same concept. They give you a theme and you have a few hours to do the stuff. Second place to Mr. Arkies, and the winner for Grungy. Very good piece, this one with the cat and the girl there. Real-time music won by Andrew Sonar, single entry, and then the mythical, legendary ZX53C graphics entry, where you use the blocks with interchangeable checkerboards to do some colors. I don't know what the theme is. I think something related to cats. Horror Night by Scorpion. Let's see what else we have here. This one definitely looks like a cat, no? Some mystical stuff, some more cats, but more colorful. A race car. Race car is not a cat. Kakos Nonos, Cat in the Dark. And the winner was by Chloroform, Cat is Waiting Me Home. Okay, cat looking at the computer, and I have no clue what that thing on the background is. Okay. Track music competition was won by Love of the Sands. Philip also participating on this one, getting second place as well. And then we had the Virtual Fantasy demo competition. Very cool effect by Goblinish here. I think I've seen it before on other machines, but always cool to see like this. It's like a light sort of effect, like the merging of the different colors give you the base white. So I really like how it looks, and I want to try replicating it to do some effects with it as well. Flushed by WBC, getting second place, and the winner was Ball by also Goblinish for the TIC 80 as well. While demo competition, only a single entry made for the Electronica BK, just a tech demo by Maxiol. Then we had the ZX Spectrum graphics, the last competition that we have to show you today. With some good... I like this one in particular by Katoyama. All the entries by Katoyama are very interesting. They have this very particular style. So I'm really appreciating Katoyama's entries on graphics throughout the years. Shuran 43 with this very iconic style. It's block, but with some lines, some black lines doing the outline, which really gives it another style aesthetic to it, which is really interesting. Here in fifth place with Yaga. Then Dimidus doing this entry, which someone uploaded the GIF doing the full steps. So I guess we have to watch the steps now. We don't have to, but while we're here, I guess we might as well. So nice to see the evolution of the image and that it's actually pixel drawn and not just converted from another image. Okay. Then Ochag by error of Airsoft getting third place. Second place, Markats Kamo BBB by Aggressor. And in first place, Lost by Grungy. Very nice isometric view there. Yeah, really cool composition. A lot of details on that one. So yeah, that was Chaos Construction in St. Petersburg, the return of the party. They were away during the pandemic years, and now they returned back into activity. Other things that I wanted to cover, Xenium. I want to talk about Xenium, but this video is already getting quite long, so next week we'll cover Xenium. Also a few screenshots missing from Demoscene so far. Echo Party dedicated to Commodore 64 also happened on the same weekend, which I also want to talk about. Had a few Commodore 64 releases. Silly Venture happened 2-3 weeks ago, but releases are not quite available officially yet, so I'm waiting for them to be available as well to cover it properly. Will also be covered next week. And before we wrap up, a few more things to talk about. A few new video releases on FairLight TV. Amiga Revival interview with John Hertell, and making of a thematic demo panel with the different members of FairLight that were involved on their latest demo development. Very nice if you want to get more acquainted with the process of making a demo for the Commodore 64. Very cool video by Ahoy talking about or investigating the number of Amigas that were actually sold throughout the years. There were some values thrown around, but they weren't very reliable, so he did a lot of research trying to find some reports from Commodore Amiga itself and doing some calculations. He explains everything in the video, so if you're interested in that kind of statistics, check out this video by Ahoy. And last but not least, I wanted to talk to you about the Pico 1K Jam that is being organized by Liquidream and a few other people. You have 1 month to submit your entry, and this little invitation was just released for the Picotron by Liquidream. If you go to the Pico 1K Jam page at itch.io, you can submit your entries there. It can be a game, can be a demo, can be a tool, anything as long as it's targeting the Pico 8/Picotron environment. So yeah, try to do something for that if you can. Already has 72 people joining, so make sure you also join and have Demoscene representation there. Last but not least, let's talk about the upcoming demo parties. They are still happening in September. A lot of stuff happening in Sweden and Finland. Highlight to Black Birdie, Scrolly Party, QB Party in Hungary, Psychos for the Commodore 64, also in Finland, and Hackfest in the Netherlands. October is going to have more heavyweight demo parties happening. Deadline in Berlin promises to be quite good. Flash Party also already has like 20-year legacy in Argentina. Always has tons of interesting releases. Demodulation happening again in the Yandex headquarters in Russia. Always has very cool stuff for the old school platform machines as well. Alternative Parties doing a comeback this year. Was very good our previous years. Not sure how the new one is going to turn out. A lot of people dislike the AI theme on it, but I think it will still have good turnout and releases. So I'm very curious to see what is released at Alternative Party. Trisaka unfortunately was officially cancelled. The only Danish demo party that was happening, unfortunately getting cancelled. Hopefully it will come back next year. Let's hope and see. Syntax, our brothers from Down Under, organizing another event in Melbourne. Always very cool to see what they're up to down there. And then we had another edition of Brown Birdie and a Benediction coding party happening in France for the Amstrad CPC. A few more things in November as well, so a lot of stuff that is still coming in the demo scene in the coming months. The highlight of the demo scene usually is the summer party, so we are like reaching the peak of the year and now we're slowly going down in terms of quality of releases, but Still a lot of interesting demo parties coming up, so if you can attend one, please do. If you can submit remotely, please do so as well. I think that's it from this week. Hope you enjoyed the updates. I'll be back next week to cover Xenium, Aqua, and Silly Venture releases that might have been released, and a few other news that I find. I hope you have a great week. Hope you enjoyed the Demoscene releases. If you like this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, share with a friend if they might be interested in the Demoscene, and if you're feeling particularly appreciative of my efforts in doing these summaries, please consider donating something to me through patreon.com/psenough. It helps pay for a hardware update for the system, helps pay for my bills, helps pay for my beer, and helps pay for some travel expenses when I try to visit demo parties abroad. I'm planning to attend a Deadline in October, in early October. That's the second demo party that I travel outside of Portugal this year, and I organize quite a few in Portugal as well. A few regular events. We just had a Momentum happening this month in Porto, and we're organizing Momentums every single month and leading to the big event, which is Inertia Demo Party, 6 to 8 of December, which you definitely should not forget to come. Please come to Portugal, 6 to 8 of December 2024. That's it from me. Have a great day. Bye-bye, everybody. Take care.